Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so parts may resonate and some parts may not. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. Just if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. So I did a quick meditation here before I started this reading, and I picked the underlying energy, and that is for the reading is judgment. So there's been a lot of judgment coming up lately in the readings. I just feel it's just a sign of the times. This energy is talking about the spiritual realm, judgment coming from the Most High and coming down to the 3D. We see a lot happening in the world these days where there needs to be some judgment for sure. And so the ancestors are literally climbing out of their boxes. They're just thrilled that this is happening. Maybe something happened with them before, and they didn't before, they couldn't clean it up before they left this realm and moved across the veil. And so they are happy to see that judgment is being called and that their bloodline is not going to be suffering the consequences of this energy not being cleared, whatever it is. And we have insight here. So this insight is about using your third eye. There's a saying, because you have eyes, you cannot see. That sounds funny, but it's it's saying basically the human eye actually can only see a very thin piece of the spectrum of light, like a bandwidth. And so even when we think we're seeing everything, we aren't. And so a lot of times people will say, well, when I see it with my own eyes, I'll believe it. But there's a lot of things going on that you can't see. Like my cat, when I'm doing the readings, she sometimes gets the zoomies and runs around here. She's taking the day off right now. She's having a sleep. But this is talking about, being, instead of using your physical eyes, using your insight, which a lot of people refer to as the third eye. And this is actually a painting from the Oracle, Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation Light. The original is 3 feet by 4 feet, so I just got them taken down to this size so I can show you them rather than describing them to you. This is beautiful. I love this little dragon. Well, she's a big dragon actually, but she's little here. Her name is, she is Ajna, and she's about the third eye. So this is talking about being able to use your insight through your intuition and going inward and asking yourself, what do you feel the answer is, not just thinking, just using your logic and your intuition together. And we have the energy of the, this is like definitely some sort of heartbreak. We have 3 swords in the heart. It's an upsetting card when you look at it, but when you look at it the second time, you realize, wait a minute, this heart is very big in comparison to the swords. So this energy could be saying that this is, something that someone could actually recover from. Like these are more the size of like cocktail swords, maybe a little bigger than that. Maybe you've been hanging out with vampires. These are stakes, but it's not like, it looks like, okay, maybe a person can recover from this. And, all joking aside, this is talking about, a really heartbreaking or feeling really heartbroken about a situation. It is saying that there may be need for forgiveness, and if you choose to forgive someone, it actually does heal the heart. I mean, if you pull those out yourself and you decide, okay, I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to I want to heal my heart. When you forgive someone, it's not saying that you condone their actions or that you want to hang out with them anymore. It's simply saying that, what happened was really hard for me, and I want to heal from it so that I can move forward in a really strong way and have love in my life again. I deserve to have love, and you absolutely do. And so sometimes this card can represent, because the swords do represent the element of air, they're talking about, our thoughts, and the swords represent mental intelligence and discipline of the mind. So when we see this, This sometimes can represent in romantic love. It could be that there was a third party energy dividing a couple. The love could be like just for family members, friends, whatever. So this could be talking about harsh words were spoken. There could be gossip, slander. Sometimes this can even represent perjury in court. Someone who's afraid to speak their truth, their heart is in their throat, that sort of energy. Sometimes this can talk about a heartbreaking decision that needs to be made. And so, it's not the most pleasant card for sure, but there is, after recovery of this, like you could even be more loving after, because you appreciate being in that energy more. And we have an energy here of the Knight of Wands coming in. And so if you recover, like if you heal this energy and you then have passion to come back in your life again. That's what the Knight of Wands is saying. There's new passion coming into your life. This is like, woohoo. This is the element of fire. The wand represents, it's made of wood, and wood does fuel the fire and the passion in us. And so this could be, you might be getting ready to heal up for a passionate love coming in. This is talking about, the wands represent also the deep roots of our ancestors and also the offshoots of our descendants. So it could be a healing energy for the whole bloodline is what I'm picking up. So that's really awesome. The Knight of Wands is considered a rebel with a cause. This is about communication or information coming in, or just a renewed passion for life. And this could be, he has this big red plume on the back of his helmet, and that represents like impulsiveness and sometimes being a hothead. But he has learned to rein his emotions in, and because he's doing that, and disciplining his mind, he is able to have a much better result. The horse represents heartfelt energy and passion. And this is someone who loves adventure. They love to explore the world and be around new people, new situations, new cultures, very open that way. That's what the pyramids in the background represent, is like discovering the wonders of the world and being like enthusiastic about life again. So I love this card. And this is also talking a little bit on February 17th. We moved into the year of the fiery horse energy in the Chinese New Year. And so when it comes up, I like to remind people we're in that fiery horse energy. And this is talking about very, very similar. This is Sagittarius energy, the centaur, shooting the arrows into the sky. But this is talking about also the fiery horse energy, the same as I just described. But the warning that comes with the fiery horse energy is not to be impulsive and, abrupt with your, with your words, etc., and cause heartache that you regret later. My grandma always used to say, be careful with your words. You can't take them back. Once they're spoken, they're spoken. So this is talking about that, avoiding this kind of result from just having like a moment of being angry. And this energy is also talking about high ambitious goals, which is really good. But it's the danger with the fiery horse energy is being so enthusiastic that you end up setting goals that are not possible to reach in the time allotted with reasonableness. And so you can burn yourself out by burning the candle at both ends. So this is really good energy right now for this reading, because we're moving into Mercury in retrograde. And we have a full moon tomorrow night. So as I'm doing this reading, this will be actually on the morning, this will be the day of the full moon. This is the 28th, the full moon's on the 29th, and Mercury's also going in retrograde. Watch your words, because you might regret. There's a lot of miscommunication when Mercury goes retrograde, and it's going to be there for like till July 23rd. So just be aware of that, especially sitting on the top of a full moon, because the full moon energy, you may already be feeling this energy coming in. It's really volatile right now. Like a lot of people are feeling things really passionately. So just keep that in mind, that you don't want to use harsh words that you regret later. It's kind of a thing right now with energy, to be really careful of that. We have the Strength card coming out. This is talking about having the courage to really look at yourself, at your shadow side, to maybe understand it's an energy of what can I do better within myself? Like, what can I learn from this experience that I felt so hurt about? And this is being really brave, having the strength to face, your shadow side, the dark side of yourself, and the things that maybe there could be some fear that maybe is left over from something that happened in your childhood. That quite often, this card can be talking about healing the inner child. This young woman is reaching deep into this mature lion's mouth, and that would be a very dangerous thing. Yet he has his tail tucked under submissively, showing that he's allowing it because she means business. She wants to reach her infinite potential. She wants to love. She wants to be passionate. She wants to have a great life. So she's like, I'm willing to do the work, the inner work, so that I can love again and have a forgiving heart and learn from my mistakes, basically, or learn about what was this energy supposed to teach me. And so this is someone who's being brave and facing their own fears because they want to reach their infinite potential. This is really a good mix here, perfect energy for moving into this energy. And if you use your insight as well, we're in pretty good shape. We have the Judgment here. This is God's judgment. And this is also talking about, this could be representing the judicial system, sometimes authority figures. The King of Swords is representing, it can be a political figure. I mean, this is a king. It could be representing politician energy, like people who make the laws, who are responsible for running governments, etc. It would be someone high up, prime minister, president, people in the, it could be, people in the Senate, or that energy of Congress. It could represent ministers in the federal government, in the provincial government, people that are lawmakers and responsible for making sure that justice happens on the planet. This energy talking about the legal system. If this is, quite often this can be representing lawyer energy. If this is a lawyer, it would likely be a lawyer that is maybe a partner in a prestigious firm, someone that has established themselves and has a good reputation, because we are talking king energy. This energy is also talking about watching your words. The King of Swords understands the power of words and how to use them. This is talking about, understanding that, words can be used as weapons, and they can also be used to uplift people. This energy can be talking about people like judges, also head prosecutors, chief of police. Maybe this is representing someone that has written a best-selling novel, or someone that speaks on stage. This can also be like engineers, people that are inventors. It's that type of occupation. Someone who is using their mind, is probably quite well educated. Doctors, it could be, or surgeons more likely, veterinarians, dentists, psychiatrist energy. Well, did you just wake up? Do you want to come up here? No, she says, I'm going to go and eat my chicken. Okay, you go eat your chicken. She's complaining because I started the reading without you. Okay, be quiet now, Stella. Yeah, we know you're here. All right, and so this can also be talking about those kinds of energies. Basically, this is saying when the King of Swords energy comes out, this may be someone that you're going to consult with for some, for advice. And sometimes it can also represent just being in that energy yourself, being your own expert, educating yourself about what you want to know about, and be in that energy. So this is talking as well. The thing about the King of Swords, he's also aware that, if you give your word and you don't follow it up with action, then your word is basically useless. So actions do speak louder than words. And we have the star energy as well here. So this is, the star energy is talking about being in your north node. And And this is talking about the 7 stars of the Pleiades. And now this dragon, she's from the Pleiades. She's one of the 7 sisters that it's in the, I think it's a Greek myth. The 7 sisters, when they pass, the spirit throws them into the sky, and they become they land on the Pleiades stars, the 7 stars of the Pleiades, and they keep time and dance the rounds to keep time for the heartbeat of the earth. So it's kind of interesting energy. The Pleiades are my chakra cards in my oracle, and so this is talking about, again, that third eye energy, the North Star energy, along with the Pleiades. Saying bringing that celestial knowledge down to the earth, your own special qualities. Each and every one of us has our own unique qualities. And sorry, my cat is, she's got happy feet and she's purring. And she's purring right into the mic. So she's, no, don't chew on it. You silly girl. She likes this reading. Yeah, this reading feels nice. Has good energy at this point. So this is about talking about taking your own personal unique qualities, pouring them into the universal soup, and then pouring that out onto the earth to bring it to earth. And we don't have any pentacles out right now, but this energy, pentacles are about earth, and the 5 streams actually represent the 5 points on the pentacle stars for the element of earth. So this is about, if you didn't know it, you are a star. And what's interesting also is that scientists have discovered that stars are made up of water, a high percentage of water, just as are humans. So we are more like stardust than we think. And so this is about bringing our special qualities. And look at this. Now we have some pentacle energy. Now we're talking. This is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is the most pentacles you can have. Pentacles don't just represent money. They represent health, wealth, and happiness. So in the 3rd dimensional world. So this is, they're representing the element of earth and earthly matters of the earth, physical matter, basically. And this is talking about, the 10 of Pentacles is the most we can have. It's raining money. You have the beautiful lifestyle. So it's not just, you could have all the money in the world, but if you don't have love in your life and, you're not doing what you want to do, you're not going to be living the best lifestyle. So this is talking about having a beautiful lifestyle, living, having the companion that loves you and you love them, and you have passion with each other, and you have the children and the pets, and you even have time to stop and talk to the neighbor. Now, sometimes this can be talking about a windfall unexpectedly coming in after being in a position of hardship. So maybe there's some sort of judgment coming in. This is usually unexpected money. It sometimes can represent an inheritance coming in, or some from a will or a trust fund or something. Maybe you know about it or you don't know about it. It also could be like the golden buzzer, at the talent show, where you get to pass all the stages and you get to go to the final act. So it's talking about an unexpected windfall coming in after hardship. And we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very happy person generally. This is what the sunflower is saying. She's one of the 4 queens in the tarot. Her energy is, she's considered to be natural beauty and sexy. She's happy, because she uses her intuition as well as her logic. That's what this veil behind her is talking about, the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. Our intellectual nature as well as our intuition. If we use the two together, we can come to creative solutions. And we have this energy, the wand energy, again, it's representing that passion. You notice that the tunic that the Knight of Wands is wearing, all of the face cards the Knight, the Page, the King, are all wearing this tunic with or it's in their diagram with the salamanders in a circle, and sometimes a lion on it. She's the only one that doesn't have that, and that's because she sets the tone. She doesn't need to have protection from fire because she commands it. So she sets the tone. She's going to be happy. She knows she can find a creative solution to any problem. This little black cat here is representing, superstition. A lot of people won't have a black cat because they're afraid it'll bring them bad luck. She says, I don't believe in that. If I want to have a black cat, I'll have a black cat. And look at this, we're going on a new cycle. I feel like you've done a lot of healing energy here, and it's bringing in like really good vibe here. It's bringing in some really good energy. The Fool is basically taking a leap of faith at the 0 point. And the sun in the background is white because it's saying God is shining down on this. And this is like a brand new journey, like it's like a clean slate. But there is some baggage here, but it's mostly what you've learned from the last round, sometimes what you haven't. So from the last cycle, but it's taking a leap of faith and just being really optimistic. It's also the tattered sleeves here represent, you've been through a cycle or two before. So this is a new cycle, but you can bring the energy from what you've learned from the past cycles into this energy and have like a more powerful cycle. Now there's a tower that happens. Yikes. Okay, so we're going along pretty good, but there's a tower. And so the tower is talking about not listening to your intuition. The universe may have been trying to tell you something. Now, I'm not convinced that this tower happens on the new cycle. I feel like this is saying that the new cycle might have been caused by a tower and this energy here. We'll see as the more cards come out. But the tower is basically a sign that there was something that you didn't nip in the bud. The universe maybe started whispering to you, you need to take a look at this, but you didn't hear or you didn't notice or you didn't want to. And then that's about using this insight. Then it's like that frying pan treatment, whack on the head. And you're like, hey, why did you do that? That hurt. And the universe is like, that's nothing. Like, you need to pay attention. There's something you really, really need to pay attention to here. But you still don't get it. And then the 2x4 comes out and you still don't get it. So then lightning hits your tower. And this is like, okay, now your tower and the castle's on fire. This is going to have to be rebuilt. There's people falling out of it. It's talking about like, now you can't ignore this reality check. It's hit hard. The thing about the reality check is if you're on the right side of the law, like on the right side of judgment, the reality check is uncomfortable for everyone. It's not the most fun. Like as I said, it's talking about having to rebuild, but you'll notice that there's two people falling out of this tower and one of them looks totally shocked and the other one looks like, I knew I should have taken care of this. Like, in a way, it's almost like a relief because it's finally happened. They knew the other shoe was going to fall kind of energy. So this is talking about being in a position of, it's a reality check and it's usually uncomfortable. And it's like Murphy's Law. It always shows up when you least need it to. But it's necessary because both of these individuals needed a reality check. And so if you're on the right side of the law, generally you'll look back at it and you'll say, wow, that was the best thing that ever happened, because like if I would have continued on, it would have been really bad. So this was a necessary reality check. If you're on the wrong side of the law, you are going to have to face the consequences of your actions. This is saying the truth is going to come out. We have a lot of this judgment and truth energy in the readings right now, because we're all getting used to the energy of Uranus being in the sign of Gemini. And it's important because it's coming out in a lot of the readings here. Basically, Uranus in Gemini hasn't been there since 1941 to 49. And when the ancestors come out and there's skeletons maybe coming out of the closet, this could go back quite a long way to something that happened to your grandparents even. Something that there could be some pentacles missing, or there could have been something that happened that they want resolution so they can rest in peace. And this maybe is what's partly going on. Uranus in Gemini, bottom line is it wants the truth to come out. But we haven't had that energy since 1941 to 1949, since World War II. So this energy is really like demanding that the truth come out. And that's why they are so excited, and they're like, the trumpets blowing, and they're dancing, you know. They're like, yes, finally, this is, because they don't want their descendants to be suffering from some actions that they didn't have time to you know, complete before they crossed. And maybe they worked really hard for you to have this inheritance or whatever, and you haven't received it, and they want you to receive it. It was meant for you. And so we have the King of Cups coming in now as well. So maybe the King of Cups is coming in after this hardship here. Now, the King of Cups is talking about containing your emotions, just like the Knight of Wands. You can have passion, but the King of Cups is talking about a sustainable love. Like his cup of love is a sustainable offer. It's not just passion; it's passion plus love. This is someone. The King of Cups has learned, really is very good at reining in his emotions. He's out in the middle of the water here. Rough water in tarot represents chaotic energy and you know, maybe volatile emotions, and especially at the full moon, like we have, this reading will be for tonight when I post this in the morning. So this is talking about, you know, rein your emotions in. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. That energy can be like a lot of miscommunication. You don't want to be saying a bunch of harsh words that you can't take back. There could have been that kind of energy. I'm getting almost like maybe something happened in your love life and it caused a tower. There could have been, you know, something that happened in your relationship. And maybe this is your normal happy energy. But, well, sometimes this can be a divorce lawyer, is why I say it. And so, not 100% sure here, but the divorce lawyer and this are sitting together. This could be a couple that got divorced. You could be the King of Swords or the Queen of Wands energy, and maybe you got divorced, or maybe this is the Queen of Wands going to the King of Swords for a divorce, you know, like hiring them. And, then this can be like after all this happens and the heart heals and all this inner work is done, that now there's someone new coming in with a cup of love. And the king is waiting. You can see he's got his right foot forward. That means he's ready to take action, but he understands emotions, and he knows maybe that if he tries to give this cup of love to the Queen of Wands now, she still is dealing with this energy and won't really be in the mood for a new cup of love until she's healed. So he's waiting for her to heal so that he can offer this cup of love, and that he wants her to accept it. And now look at this. We have a third king in here. Now, is this saying that the Queen of Wands, maybe, maybe you have three kings wanting your attention here? It could be. Queen of Wands is very sexy, and she's normally very happy and fun to be with. The King of Pentacles is talking about someone who is looked up to for being very good at business and also living a really luxurious lifestyle. So that's what the grapes on his robe represent. Grapes in tarot represent something that's hard to grow, and that's a luxury item. And if that's why people look up to the king, because he can grow grapes and bring that in, you know, and live that luxurious lifestyle. This energy, quite often, if it's someone coming in, this energy can represent people that are in the banking industry, financial advisors, accountants, wealth management, insurance sales, retirement planning, that type of energy, bank managers and up. It's a king, so it would be someone higher up. This would most likely be a partner in an established firm if it's any of one of those things. This can also definitely represent real estate. It could be mortgage brokers, land developers, that type of energy, real estate agents that are dealing probably with more higher end property, either commercial or residential. This can also represent like the stock market energy, stockbrokers, that type of thing, because we do have the minerals coming in from the earth, And also this could represent like gold, silver, oil, that type of thing. This can be an entrepreneur who has an established business, the head financial advisor of a corporation. That's this is the energy that it's in. So again, it's hard to say here. This definitely could be if there was a windfall that you would want to consult with a financial advisor regarding how do you manage this, because this is kind of like winning the lottery energy. And we hear a lot of the time about people who they win the lottery and then they end up going bankrupt. So this could be some sort of needing a lawyer and needing this energy. Sometimes this can also be representing your paternal bloodline. So it could be representing like your father, grandfather, great-grandfather. Maybe it was this cup of love is this energy here as well. So I'm not quite sure which king belongs where, and we have one queen here. We have talk about this windfall of energy coming in because of judgment being called. So it makes sense of the Queen of Wands then hiring a lawyer and maybe a financial advisor, and the king might just be watching this and waiting to offer his cup of love. Or this could represent one of your ancestors, your grandfather, your father, someone like that, handing this, this is their gift from you, and that's why they're so excited, because you're finally going to receive it. I feel like that might have something to do with that energy. Oh, look at this, because we have the Six of Pentacles here. So the Six of Pentacles is talking about, the Six of Pentacles is talking about breadcrumbing energy sometimes. Like this is about planting seeds and then, having that grow and then having the harvest. And this person is being generous with their money and is giving it to this person because his discernment is saying that this person needs the money and will use it wisely, and he's giving to charity. But this person, he's got the scales of justice above, and he's not giving anything to him because he's got this, something in his pocket here. So it's almost like this individual wants to use your money to risk rather than their own. And I don't know, like this energy is talking about breadcrumbing. There needs to be some justice how this money was distributed. If this is the energy of someone that was in charge of distributing that money, and they didn't do it properly, that could be why the king is sitting here. And this is maybe a paternal, someone from your father's side of the family, your father, your grandfather, great-grandfather that left this to you. And for some reason, the people that were supposed to make sure you got it didn't. Maybe you've had to hire a lawyer, to be able to find out about it. Or maybe a lawyer contacts you and says, hey, you were supposed to have been a probate lawyer. I think they call it a probate lawyer. We have the Wounded Warrior here. So this is sitting right on the Queen of Wands. Like you might have been in an energy where, you were being breadcrumbed from some sort of energy that you were supposed to receive. The Wounded Warrior is someone that the wands represent, planting these seeds and then having these grow. But as you can see, this person is extremely exhausted. They've got their head bandaged up. They've managed to land 8 wands, but they're leaning heavy on this 9th one. And it's like, oh man, having to get up and do it again. And it's sitting on this breadcrumbing energy. And like the Queen of Wands should not be in this energy. Like, why is this sitting on her? Okay, and so this is talking, the Wounded Warrior energy is someone that has been doing everything they can to do things right. This energy is having to, like not getting like the breadcrumbing energy. Let's keep going. We have such a beautiful reading. I don't want it to go in this direction, but we'll see. We have this energy of the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is talking about this being a public arena, basically. So the Fool's on this new journey after, and a tower hits, and it could be that some information comes in about this money. This could be quite public. It could be quite a bit of money. This is the Ten of Pentacles is like a lot of coins. So, you know, the most you can have, billionaire, trillionaire energy. So this, and the Nine of Wands is talking about, or Cups is talking about someone who's been in the public, and this could be representing a public figure, that like this becomes very public that this breadcrumbing energy happened. We have 9 cups here, and one more cup from the king would make it 10. And this would be everything that you love about life, and being able to do all that, and the promise of a really, really beautiful lifestyle, as well as having love in your life. Wow. And like, this is not like romantic love so much. Like one of these cups might be, I don't think you want 9 different romantic partners. Maybe you do. But that would be a harem. He does kind of look like he might have a harem. But I don't think that's what the Queen of Wands probably wants. So I feel like this energy, like this is someone who's a little bit uncomfortable sitting on the stage. This is about a wish that's supposed to be coming in. And it's sitting right on this energy of the new cycle, and the king offering this, and on this energy. So maybe a lawyer contacts you, and then you hire, I'm not sure, or does this financial person come in between you receiving this? You see how the breadcrumbing is in between these 2 cards. This is he's in between you and if this is a paternal figure, and this being this could be what the Tower is about. So in any case, this person is sitting on the stage. We don't know, we can't tell as of yet. Are these cups in the past behind him on a shelf? Are they above his head in the now, or are they coming into the immediate future? I'm picking up immediate future. There is some leaking from the body energy, like of being tired. Like that's this energy here, like having to be in survival. And why is the Queen having to be in survival? Like this is her wand energy. And then we have infinite potential here. That's kind of talking about this energy here. And then, you know, this is someone who's used to being successful. It's like, this is talking like this 9 of Cups are kind of like people I feel are looking at this person and expecting them to be successful. Interesting. So let's see what comes up after this. This card is basically saying stay focused, because there's something important happening, and this is your third eye and the judgment of God coming in. There's something that has happened here, and you need to be paying attention to it. Oh no. Why? Why? Why do we have, this card has been coming out on top of the pyramid to wreck everything after several of the readings lately. I do feel that's that Uranus energy. So we have the Devil card here, and this is talking about, you know, there's 2 lovers here, but they're yoked to each other and they're chained to Saturn's box. And this energy is talking about lust rather than love, because we have the Devil crouched in between them. This is talking about basic animal instinct, lust over love, and temptation of some sort, causing like this energy here. So when the Devil comes in like this, it's temptation. I always cover it with the next card. It's manipulative energy. You're not going to get the truth from the Devil. And he always sends a minion in to do his dirty work. Him sitting on the top. I just did a reading yesterday, and he was on the top there, and it was about God, God's judgment again, and you know, about him being toppled off the top of the pedestal. The universe will knock you off your pedestal if you don't belong there. So let's see, what is the card coming up? Oh my goodness, a Fool rushing in. So the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, wow, this is the Knight of Swords energy. So it has, the Knight of Swords would work for the King of Swords. And the King of Swords could be, this could be some energy maybe that the King of Swords comes in and says, Now, is God sending? Because sometimes this energy is God sending in this energy, but this is a fool rushing in quite often. But this is someone running from God's judgment that's trying to control this energy. So the fool is running from God. I bet. Wow. And so the fool, I feel it has something to do with this energy here. Dang it. It was such a good reading. Why do we have to have this? Like, okay, I'm gonna get neutral to it. I was enjoying this reading, and I was like, this is a nice breath of fresh air. Here we have the fool is rushing to get away from this judgment. This is talking about only having half the information at this time, and we can't see the point, and maybe he can't either. But he knows, like, we got to get the heck out of here kind of energy. This is a big red flag on the back of his helmet. He's running through barren land against the wind. His horse, look at how stressed out his horse is. Like, look at the difference between this horse and that one. This is like pushing this horse like hard. And running, like really, this is someone who's pressing the panic button. I feel this is the energy of running from the judgment of God, what happened here with the King of Swords. Now, I'm going to clarify this to see what's going on here. But definitely, I feel that's what's going on. And look at, like, even the clouds in the sky are all jagged. It's just, like, we have such beautiful energy. We're a little tired, but, we had this is reality check. Interesting. So now I'm wondering, let's clarify, because now I'm wondering, are all these kings on the up and up? Are these three kings working together? Because I've had that come up in a past situation. Let's see. Let's go through this here. We have a heartbreaking decision needing to be made, and a real hurtful situation. A tower hits, and I feel like that brings it out. The rebel with the cause is coming through here, and I feel like the rebel with the cause is about new passion for life after this is, because this is sitting also on the fool coming in with a new cycle. And this is talking maybe about the possibility of the King of Cups bringing in an offer, but this can also be from the paternal line offering this in this windfall that comes in, and you didn't know about it, and it was left for you. And maybe this probate, I got this as a probate lawyer. I think a probate lawyer is someone that deals with wills and trusts and that kind of energy. I'm 99% sure. It's coming up strong here. So this is talking about, this was supposed to put you in a position where you would have everything you need. And, then you could be living this beautiful lifestyle. And I'm getting this energy that that's why they're so excited that judgment has been called. This energy is panicked, though. And I do feel like this dude works for the King of Swords here. And look at, the only other energy we have with swords is the heartache. Wow. And so this energy is talking about the wounded warrior still standing. And that might be what this person is racing, because they got back up and now they've got this energy, this information has come in, some sort of tower hit. This is very public. That's what I'm getting. This is very public. And now this breadcrumbing energy is coming in about this windfall that was supposed to go to the star energy. This is your energy here. Could there possibly be like a King of Wands, or a King of Swords, a King of Cups? I feel this is definitely your ancestors coming through, but sometimes this could be someone you look up to as a father, an uncle, or someone on your paternal line that wanted this and didn't want you to have it. I feel like this king, these three kings have come up before together, working together to in this kind of energy before. I'm going to clarify this. Dang it. I was just wanting it to be a real gentle reading. Okay, well, I can't apologize if the cards fall the way they are, and it's better to know the truth. All right, so this is my oracle. And the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they are in the gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put this in the box below, the description box below, with the description of the video. And you can look them up if you want further clarity. Let's see what's going on here. So this is use your insight. It's really important. Look how intense this dragon is. Like, use your insight. Someone was jealous. And this can sometimes be sibling rivalry. I'd rather be better than bitter. So jealousy is a karmic space that we can fall into. Sibling rivalry, there might be family members that know about something about this, and there could have been, I don't know, maybe you were favored in some way and were supposed, I don't know what this is exactly, but there's definitely, that's what the heartache is about. So the star is talking about being innocent of what's going on here. And this is talking about this is you, the star energy. Wow. Abuse of power on the King of Swords. So this is talking about someone is coming in here with this information, and it's created a tower. This is a rebel with a cause. This person is coming in and they're letting people know what's going on, what happened to the star. Wow. And then this is abuse of power. And this is what you're recovering from. And this is the Chariot. Oh my goodness, the Chariot means sometimes that, well, it's talking about you're on your destined path here, following your North Star energy. And the Chariot means that you are on your path, on your destined path. You're like it's like a tank. You're like boom, 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 rolling over any obstacles to get what is destined for you. You have a special quality or talent that you are supposed to be shining with, and this was supposed to empower you to do so. The Chariot, the thing is about the Chariot, like this can sometimes mean perjury in court, and this can mean the police coming in to make arrests or indictments or some sort of energy. We have judgment coming down from the spiritual to the physical. This is representing the physical courts, and it's sitting right on this windfall. And then we have the Gemini energy, the truth, like Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. I feel like this could even be back from 1941 to 1949, that you didn't receive something that you were supposed to receive. And look at, we have Mercury on, rules Gemini on top of it. And Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow on the full moon, as I'm doing this reading, but in the morning it will be the day of the full moon. Man, I feel, oh, I'm just getting goosebumps. This is like being pretty darn clear here. You're going to learn something about this information. This, I feel, has been going on for a while. I feel like this is going to be very public, whatever this is. We have lack of awareness. I'm just getting the lack of awareness was never underestimate the power of willful ignorance and all the missed opportunities because you were supposed to have this and you didn't receive it. It just makes me feel like so deflated. The energy is just like, man, could we have like, you know, some people, well, let's just keep going. The sun is shining on this energy. So this is saying, when the sun card comes out, this is God's judgment. Okay. This is something you want to leave to the Most High. This is talking about, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is talking about a happy income. It's also shedding light on this entire reading. So it's saying that as this, you will be shining. You are meant to shine. You are supposed to be on this journey. You're not supposed to be in this energy. And God is past judgment, and it's come down to the physical realm. This is, I feel this is like some sort of energy that some sort of I don't know, inheritance or something like that, that you, that was, and I feel like this energy is also possibly the energy, like this could be from your father, your grandfather, down your paternal line, but this could also be this sibling rivalry. This could be this energy of someone down the paternal, on your paternal line, that wanted this for themselves. They were jealous that you were receiving it. And sometimes this can represent like someone that you look up to as a father. This can also be father figures, like people that are father figures, like this could be the father of your children. This could be your own father, actually, if he's still on this realm. If he's not on this realm, then I would say that this is definitely coming from your father, but it could be from your grandfather, because look at this energy. Like, this is 75 years ago that Uranus was in Gemini, and this keeps coming up, like that some of this energy, the truth is coming out from something that happened like from that time frame. And so the sun is being shone on this. And so this could be relatives, basically, let's just say relatives, distant relatives, whatever, on your father's side of the family that were involved in you not receiving this. And it could be that these three kings have come up in several readings when they work together. And one thing I heard another reader that I have a lot of respect for say is that when the three kings come together, you know, people think of women gossiping, but the three kings, men can really, women gossip about how someone keeps their house and the makeup and what they're wearing. That tends to be more like that, the queen's gossip. And the king's gossip is more about character. Like, it's about business, reputation, that type of thing. And remember, the kings and the queens can be reversed in their gender. It's masculine and feminine energy, not necessarily the gender that they show up as. And then we have the Aries energy, new energy coming in, all this new energy that's been coming in from the Aries energy. And this is talking about when you were an infant. Like, this is something, I don't know, there's something I feel here, a truth that other people in your family, down your paternal line, for sure. It could be, it doesn't have to be, it could be uncles or brothers or male cousins on the maternal side that also could know about this, or, you know, like this situation is coming in many ways, but I feel like this has been happening since you were a baby. And then we have this energy here of, on top of this, like, I'm just confirming this energy here, because don't forget who's underneath this card. No wonder my cat left. She's over there. She was sitting on my lap and purring, and then she's like, I'm out of here. So, you coward, Stella, leaving me alone here to give the bad news. So it's not bad news, though. It's talking about, I just did a reading yesterday where people were being knocked off their pedestals by God, by the universe. I feel there's going to be a tower happening for this energy. I feel like it could be very public. This is talking about, someone having a lot of arrogance, thinking that they could take what someone else's destiny was and decide, and the thing is, the Leo energy is ruled by the sun. Now, I want to point out that when the horoscope signs come up, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the quality of each of the signs. So I'm not trying to point out any individual. In your own reading, this could be significant for you, but I want you to be very much aware. I want us to learn from the energy. If you ever get your birth chart done, you'll notice you have all the signs probably in your chart somewhere, and you can take a look at that. We can learn from the energy and learn how to approach life from all these different angles. It's really beneficial energy. But this is sitting at the top here. This is someone who arrogantly thought that they were going to override God's will. And it was just yesterday's reading. It was about people being knocked off their pedestal by God, by the divine. Wow. So I guess that energy is what we're dealing with. I was like wanting, I was thinking it'd be nice to have a nice, soft, gentle, uplifting reading. In some ways this is because the justice is being served, but I feel like this is going to be very messy and public, and you know, prepare yourself to be like, and of course it's happening, you know, when Mercury's in retrograde and there's a full moon. Just to be mindful of that. Whatever happens with this energy, I would say breathe, calm down, don't talk to anyone, keep quiet about it, just chill out. It'll work. Like let the cards play out and allow yourself to just breathe, because I feel like it could be volatile and it may not happen for a while, but it definitely is in the works. I do hope you've enjoyed this. It's been really an interesting reading. Remember, the sun is the happiest card in the deck, and it's shedding light on the entire situation. So I thank you for your likes, your comments, shares, subscribes. I really, really do appreciate them. It's helping me build my channel. I will be back with another daily reading for you again tomorrow as the plot thickens. Bye for now.